6 months, 29 serum bottles. Let's not waste any time. Hey, it's eCat. Think electronic cat. Yeah. Welcome to my Edit by eCat. It's a safe space for all kinds of skincare enthusiasts. Whether it's 3 steps or 23, you're in the right place. Let's just jump in. I'm gonna kick things off with Torriden. It's Torriden Dive-In Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I never thought I would say this out loud to other people, that I love hyaluronic acid serum. I do. Now I do, anyway. I began my journey with The Ordinary. That wasn't great. Really made me question whether hyaluronic acid was for me. Then we shifted towards, don't buy hyaluronic acid serum separately. It's in absolutely everything. I was of the same belief. I completely avoided it for the longest time. And finally, I bought into the hype because this serum was topping the charts in Korea. It's an absolutely great serum. They weren't lying. I enjoy the experience of putting this on. It's not sticky, it absorbs really well. The experience is just elevated to the point where you want to use it regularly. This is my go-to serum after microneedling because it's just so simple. It has all these barrier-loving ingredients, 5 types of hyaluronic acid, some panthenol and Cica constituents. My skin loves it. I am now a convert to the point where I'm contemplating going on a journey to discover some other Korean hyaluronic acid serums, just because I've enjoyed this so much. Do you need a separate serum? No. Do I love having one? Absolutely. For context, I have dehydrated, acne-prone skin that's slowly transitioning from combo to mono to dry. My main concerns are hormonal breakouts, PIE, some acne scarring, and fine lines and wrinkles. I'm also quite cautious around essential oils and fragrance because I'm allergic to limonene on my neck. I think people would know the next one. It's the Numbuzin No. 3 Skin Softening Serum. This is your Bifida galactomyces bestie. And it took me forever to try this. This is my first ever bottle. It's a heavy glass bottle with a dropper. The serum itself is amazing. I kind of understand why people were raving about it. So pleasant to put on your skin. I've tried quite a few Bifida serums and I don't think any of them really stuck. You use them and you go, yeah, it's nice, whatever. I reached for it without thinking. That says a lot. I wouldn't say it gives you spectacular results. I purely judged it by how pleasant it was to use, how well it played with my routine. I think this is an excellent serum. Really enjoyed it. Definitely something that I would repurchase. Let's move on to Cica, and we have Rovectin Cica Care Clearing Ampoule. I love this. I know I keep saying that about every single thing. I tracked this down after trying the toner, the balm in the same line. It is a bit expensive for what it is, but I just love it, and I don't know why. It's just a simple Cica ampoule. Yes, it does have some other ingredients, but at the end of the day, it's just a Cica ampoule. It's not watery, really a true serum consistency. The dropper is not great. Sometimes it's really hard to grab the right amount of product, but despite that, I still adore this. It is expensive, it's got packaging issues, but I would still buy it again and again and again. The next Centella product is probably a better choice. It's the Purito Seoul Wonder Relief Centella Serum in unscented. The new version since they reformulated. It just feels so much nicer. It comes out like a serum, but when you work it in, it just turns into water, and it's that instant sense of hydration, and your skin goes, I'm instantly soothed. A lot of calming and soothing ingredients full of peptides. I would take these traveling with me just so I can calm my skin down whenever it reacts, whenever it feels grumpy. I will be repurchasing it, and I think if I wasn't trying so many different things, this definitely will be a staple in my routine. The next serum is absolutely superb, and it's the Nineless 10% azelaic acid serum. This serum is such a gem, let me tell you. I know we have a lot more options now, spoiled for choice, but this azelaic acid was one of the first that I thought to myself, oh wow, I can use this every day. It just feels nice, it's hydrating enough, it plays nice with the rest of my skincare routine. Actually, I travel with it. I know when my skin can get grumpy, it tolerates it really well. It has snail secretion filtrate, so a little bit of that stringy texture. Niacinamide, panthenol. Obviously, if you're allergic to snail, unfortunately, you won't be able to use it. I have a backup just in case. I know this is something I can come back to. Speaking of snail, we have the COSRX Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. I can never remember the name. Basically, the COSRX Snail Mucin. It's an oldie but a goodie. I would have started my K-beauty journey with this. I still love this. It's hydrating. It works really well with my skin. I use it in the serum step mainly, but sometimes I do a cheeky flash mask. I would apply a really thick layer of this just to keep my skin hydrated and nourished, and then in a few hours when I'm ready to do my full skincare routine, I'll just gently wash it off with water and do the rest of the steps. Really nice way to give me that instant sense of hydration and nourishment, and soothing as well. I've been using it for so long that I feel like I'm ready for an adventure. I'm ready to try some other snail mucin essences out there that have maybe more ingredients, a particular twist to them, but I do have more in my stash. And yes, this is a product I will come back to again and again. We've reached the K-Secret Seoul 1988 Retinol Liposome 2% plus Black Ginseng Serum. 2 bottles here, you will see a lot more. The experience is just glorious. I love how the serum feels, how it makes my skin feel. It is hydrating for me. I can use it around my eyes, on my neck. I mentioned before in my edit that it's a great serum for beginners. It's the same strength as Beauty of Joseon eye serum. Can't recommend this enough, to be honest. And whenever there's an offer, I tend to stock up on these. I go through this stuff like candy. The Geek Gorgeous 101 Retinal 0.05% serum. I think it's called the A game. Anyway, this is a great serum. Low strength. We know retinol is not as potent as, not as harsh. It is more potent than retinol, but not as harsh as retinol. It's not particularly hydrating, but it's nice and light consistency that it layers quite well with the rest of your routine. You can pretty much slot it in anywhere. The fact that it's quite affordable and easily accessible is such a great thing. Anyone can literally go for this one and not look anywhere else. To be honest, I order it on Amazon. They do have some other strengths as well. I think you will definitely see more of these in the Empties. Cos de Baha EGF Peptide Cica Serum. I like this serum. It's very basic. I'm always on the lookout for an affordable EGF serum, and that's one of the options in my rotation. I tend to use them for a couple of days after microneedling. I'm looking for something simple, safe for my compromised barrier. This does the job beautifully. It's got Cica compounds and hyaluronic acid. Very gentle, no scent, nothing. My skin just drinks it up. I use it alongside a hyaluronic acid serum and a ceramide cream. You can't go wrong. That's all I gotta say. Whenever I see it at a good price, I definitely stock up. If you're on the lookout for an EGF serum, definitely consider going after this one. The next EGF serum is the Klairs Midnight Youth Activating Drop. This is beautiful. It's blue in color. It's got blueberry extract and guasoline. Very calming. It's very watery. I would say it's more of a toner consistency. So if you're applying it directly onto your face, just be careful because it will slide right off. It is a very small bottle. It's 20 mils, quite expensive. I like it, but for the price, sometimes I give it a miss. So you'll really have to shop around to find one at an affordable or a good price for you. Otherwise, I think it's a really good option. It's very gentle and soothing. It's got EGF. Nice to layer just because it's so watery. So yeah, recommend. Last, we have the Ordinary GF 15% solution. I am pleasantly surprised by the serums. Again, like the last one, it has this very watery feel. I love the texture. I love to layer it with other skincare. It slotted in seamlessly into my routine. I don't know about the results, but as an option for a GF serum, I think this is a great one. It's quite affordable. It's accessible because it's the Ordinary. I use it after microneedling or sometimes just here and there within my routine. It tackles all of my concerns, the fine lines, the wrinkles, the texture, whatever it is. It's really a no-brainer. There's more reasons to have it in your routine than not to have it. Cos de Baha LH serum. I think it just stands for low molecular weight hyaluronic acid serum. I love Cos de Baha. They do some really interesting formulas at an affordable price. If you ask me why I've tried this one, I think because it was a new release and I was interested in hyaluronic acid serums. They do have a jumbo version, so I would probably go for that in terms of value for money. I went for the 30 ml just so I can try it out first, and then I got the jumbo one. It has one type of hyaluronic acid, but it's packed with other wonderful ingredients like panthenol. I mean, it says Teco on the front, so Centella, Artemisia. I think it also has some green tea, really gentle, a little bit on the thicker side, but still absorbs quite nicely. I wouldn't say it's super duper hydrating. It's not as elegant if we compare it to the Torriden Dive-In serum. If you're looking for an affordable hyaluronic acid serum, I think this is a great one. Let's follow up with a pure glycerin face serum. Now, this is a Spanish product. It's from Transparent Lab that sits under Niche Beauty Labs. They've got really interesting products and probably one of the few Western brands that I love everything from. This one has 15% of glycerin and 5% amino acid complex, and it has this heavy glass 50 ml bottle with a pump top. I love pump tops. This is an interesting one. When you think glycerin, you think, wow, hydration station. It's not. It has a dimethicone base, feels velvety when you apply it. I would say it's perfect for under makeup as a base. I would use it at that weird stage between sunscreen and serums in the morning, almost like a light lotion moisturizer hybrid. Yeah, like I wouldn't treat it as a normal my skin wants a drink of water type of serum. Really nice one to have in your rotation, but really basic. Honorable mention for Jumiso Snail X Ultimate Boost Facial Essence. It's basically another Snail Mucin essence. This is the one that made me think that there are better formulations out there than the COSRX one. It's just the feel of it was a little bit more elegant, I won't lie. Anyway, this particular one is actually discontinued, but Jumiso does have another one with peptides, which I can't wait to try. And I think it's going to be very, very similar to this one. A PDRN product. And it's the Genabelle PDRN Vita Toning Ampoule. This was my first PDRN product that I've ever tried. And I liked it. I have to say, it did feel like it left my skin nourished, healthy looking. I believe the PDRN percentage in here is 0.5% and the rest is the vitamin goodness. The ampoule actually has these vitamin capsules suspended in it. It has fragrance. The fragrance didn't bother me, but this bottle is 30 mils. I wonder if I open the jumbo version, if I will get tired from the fragrance. I am jumping on the PDRN train and I am in it for the long haul. I'm not getting off that train anytime soon. I will be trying more products that contain PDRN and seeing what it does for my skin. Next is quite interesting. The Dr. G Pore-Jet serum. I think that's what it's called. It has a lot of things in it, like a lot. The bottle says bakuchiol and PDRN. I'm not entirely sure PDRN does anything in here. I believe they call it the Cica PDRN. I think the bakuchiol's doing most of the heavy lifting, but there's also niacinamide. It's a thick serum that gives you that glossy finish, not shiny, glossy. It's full-bodied. It does have a slight bit of fragrance, but the fragrance is quite pleasant, at least to me. I didn't mind it. I think with prolonged use, you'll be able to tell whether it helps with texture or fine lines or pores. The pack that I got has a refill in it, so I'm quite happy to go for another round to find out whether it does anything concrete for my skin. But for now, I think for the experience, I'm glad to have it in the rotation. Cos de Baha glycolic acid 10% serum. This is a great one, and I think a lot of people are raving about it. First, it's really hard to get 10% in a nice formula. I do find Cos de Baha serums a little bit gloopy. I wouldn't even use it every week. It just seemed a little bit too strong. What I found is another use for it, and I would fill one of those nail pens with the serum and I would apply it on my cuticles. Why not? I think it's an excellent use, even though this is a 30 ml bottle. It took me forever to finish it. So I do have another one. I think it's a great product. Just be warned, unless you use it frequently and your skin is used to such a high percentage, it might take you forever to finish one bottle. Thankfully, it's quite affordable. Another hydrating product is the Real Barrier Aqua Soothing Ampoule. Who doesn't love the pump packaging? I do. This has 7 types of hyaluronic acid in it. Panthenol, allantoin, adenosine, Cica. Did I find it particularly hydrating? Not really. Did I enjoy using it? Probably not, and that's due to it having some essential oils. You don't know which one it is in particular, but there is a smell. It doesn't linger and dissipates pretty quickly, but it turned me off using it. So not something I would repurchase. I bought a double pack, so I do have another one to go through and I will finish it. But once that's gone, I won't be coming back. I have here Walderma G Plus Silver Peptide Ampoule. I believe this is discontinued. If you've ever seen it being sold, it's this green serum with silver bits in it. Very Instagrammable. It wasn't anything spectacular, to be honest. A bit gloopy. The packaging was horrendous. It's one of my empties, so I thought I'd give it a mention. Now let's follow up with some J-Beauty. And we have the Ishizawa-lab Transparent White Essence. And it does what it promises. It's the whitening essence, aka brightening. It has some vitamin C derivatives and some Rovectin. I believe in Japan it's called a medicated line. With continuous use, you will see some brightening effects. If you're over in Japan, I think it's a great buy. If you're buying overseas, it's a little bit expensive for what it is. It's great for sensitive skin, has no scent. Overall, nice experience. Has a pump top. But I don't necessarily think you need it. Next we have the Common Labs Vitamin C Brightening Ampoule. It's a big miss for me, and it's a miss because it has limonene in it. It smells like a citrus peel. Otherwise, the actual consistency is quite nice. It's more on the watery side, so absorbs quite nicely. It's full of vitamin tree water and vitamin C derivatives. I think this is a great ampoule if you are okay with essential oils and fragrance. Otherwise, I can't recommend it. Our dear The Ordinary, and this is the Aloe 2% plus NAG 2% solution. I needed it. It's great for post-acne marks, redness, pores, whatever it is. I just had to get it and try it out. And there's so many people that are raving about this, but for me, it just didn't play nice. It was pure suffering every time I had to layer this in my skincare routine. It just foamed up every single time. I gave it a good shot. I couldn't even finish the bottle. I mixed in the remainder with my body lotion and I used it up that way. Unfortunately, I won't be coming back to this one. The next product is an interesting one, and I believe it's a Taiwanese brand. Don't make me pronounce it, but it says Dr. HSIEH, and it's 6.8% arbutin essence. It says it's in alpha and beta arbutin, whatever that means. It was the highest percentage of arbutin that I could find. I've never heard of them. I've never tried any of their products. It was just a bit of an experiment. At first, when I tried it, I didn't like it at all. I thought my skin felt suffocated. It was just oily and greasy. So I let it sit on my counter. And when I had a reminder about it expiring in a few months, I decided to give it another go and really try and finish the product. And the second time around, I loved it. I think my skin probably went through a transition, and now it felt nourishing and quite moisturizing. It reminds me of Cynic Panthenol ampoule that I mentioned previously. So yeah, I went through it really quickly. I was applying it morning and night. Would I buy it again? No, it was an experiment. Nice to try. I'm glad I discovered something new. Next up we have a Stratia serum, which is their Rewind serum. First things first, I love the clear bottle and the pump top. I thought the experience was superb. Other than that, I believe Stratia calls it the kitchen sink serum just because it's packed full of these interesting ingredients and does a lot. It promises firming, brightening, hydrating all at the same time. I used it more as a niacinamide serum. The only thing, and I said that before, is it smells like overripe fruit. It wasn't something I wanted to put on my face, and it's such a shame because the serum itself is quite nice. I would probably have to use it for much longer to see any firming benefits. I just used it more as an all-rounder, more of a supportive function overall. Will I be repurchasing? That's unfortunately a no for me. Blast from the past, it's Paula's Choice 1% retinol treatment with peptides and vitamin C. Now this is potent, like super potent from what I remember. It took a long while to get used to it. I love Paula's Choice. It's just a little bit expensive, and it's getting more and more expensive as time goes by. So I'd rather look for K-beauty alternatives if there are any. This one in particular I bought during my era of having one product that does it all. It's packed full of great ingredients. It doesn't have any fragrance. I just apply one and I'm done. My philosophy has changed. Therefore, the strength and the products are also changing with it. I bought this a while back because I wasn't sure how long I had it. I decided to use it on my hands and it worked beautifully. So whenever you have a retinol, retinal, whichever serum that you think is too strong for your face, or perhaps is getting a little bit old and you're not sure of the potency, use it on the backs of your hands. Before I go to bed, I will just put a few pumps and then make sure that I spread it on the backs of my hands and I'm done. And whenever I'm gonna get a serum that I don't like, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. Top tip for you. The last Cos de Baha of the day, it's the Cos de Baha Retinol 2.5 serum. This is a jumbo size. It's 60 mils, yes. Even though it says 2.5 retinol serum, it's not. I believe it's not 2.5%. It's a 2.5 solution. So all the other goodies are mixed in: hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, and niacinamide. So it's a bunch of things together coming up to 2.5%. I think this is a low strength. It's affordable. It's a big size. I couldn't get along with it, let's just say. It felt gloopy, something that I mentioned earlier. I didn't enjoy the experience. What I did enjoy is using this up on my body. I thought it was absolutely great. I'm actually on the quest to find a great retinol product for my body. And whenever I come across gems like this, I'm like, ooh, I wish they had an even bigger size that I would go for. But unfortunately they don't. Why not, right? Why not mix it in with my body lotion? Why not use it on the backs of my hands whenever I have something that doesn't suit my face? And that's what I did. I think we're finished for today, don't you think? There was a lot to go through. I won't lie. I'm glad I've done this. Have you seen any favorites? Any surprises? Anything you disagree with? I would absolutely love to know. Stay tuned for part 3. Next time we'll be covering creams and sunscreens. If you love skincare that feels fun with lots of steps and zero regrets, then please subscribe and come back and hang out with me again. I'd love that. See you again soon.